Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer. So I want to share with you guys about this Nigerian celebrity. I think he's an actor that they said they found in the market, I think in Enugu. He was selling Okrika. If you don't know what Okrika is second-hand clothes. Sometimes they sell shoes and other things. Basically, it's about second-hand. And it's funny or it's interesting how some people are actually laughing at him for that. They're laughing at him for selling second-hand clothes. Like this is a legit job. What I mean is there's nothing illegal about it. What about dignity of labor? You see, I think to a great extent, a lot of, maybe because a lot of celebrities have always painted this picture of perfect lives with no struggles or no whatever, and they don't ever tell you where their money comes from. You know what I mean? And I think, before I forget this, I think because a lot of the female celebrities coming on social media and posting, oh, I just built a house, I just got a house in Banana Island, I just built a house in this, I just bought a house in, without people knowing where the money comes from, you know. So to now see someone like this guy that is the complete opposite, seen on the street selling second-hand clothes, people saw it as something to laugh about. Let me tell you guys, not all, but I can bet you that a lot of the female Nigerian celebrities, their money, the source of their incomes are untraceable, if that makes sense. In the sense that it's not necessarily money worked for. Not all, but I'm saying a lot of them is sugar daddies. And, you know, when they say they are small girls with big God, without telling us who is that big God, because, do you know what I mean? Who that their small G God is. Some of them is a sugar daddy. So our people have gotten too used to that they now see someone that is just ordinary, simple guy making his... Let me tell you guys something. There was one day I was at Saturday market. That was many years ago. I'm talking about maybe 6 years ago, something like that. So I have a shed full of clothes my children have outgrown, different things that we don't need in the house anymore. I store them in the sometimes I give to charity shop. And Saturday market is something I love doing, right? So I was at the Saturday market. Oh, sorry. Saturday market is actually, some people call it a car boot sale, where you load up your boot, you go to the place. It could be a stadium, or it could be any open field or whatever, and you pay like a fee, so like a fee that allows you to park your car there, and then you can sell. It's small money they charge, maybe like 10 quid, 20 quid, 15 quid, depending on the size of your car. And you just open your boot, you display some of the things, and people come and take what they want, and they give you money for these things. These are things you don't like, things I don't use anymore. Saturday market is typically things you don't use anymore, and I don't need anymore at all. And I remember this particular day, and these Nigerians, they walk past, and they stop by at my own what's it called now? They stop by at my own stand, and they were laughing, and they were speaking Yoruba language, and they were laughing, and they were speaking Yoruba language. It's one of the languages in Nigeria, but I happen to understand it. And they were making fun. They were making fun of the whole thing, and they were like, oh, like they were saying in Yoruba, they were like, it's not easy. Hey, abroad is tough. Oh, the hustle is real low. And they were kind of like talking, and they were just laughing. I just pretend. That's one thing I do. If you're talking about me in a language I understand, I will not say anything, because I like the idea that I like the fact that I understand, and I just want you guys to keep talking. And they were just, you know, speaking basically from what the things they said. It was basically like, you know, it's like they, you know, they assume that you are suffering, that the struggle is real low. For you to be here selling in a car boot sale. Now, wow, whatever. I thought to myself, I laughed at the ignorance. I laugh at the ignorance. Let me tell you guys, but that particular day I'm talking about is about, like I said, maybe about 6 years ago. I was there for less than 2 hours, getting rid of the basically trash from my house. Less than 2 hours, and I made about 165 bucks. Cash. I made it on the spot by selling things I do not need anymore. People that are making fun of me, they don't know that I'm a nurse. They don't know my life. They don't know anything. All they know is that she's selling. And they don't sit down and ask themselves, you are here to buy. You are here to buy. And I'm there to sell. So you are there to spend the money you have. And I'm there to collect. Do you get me? I'm there to collect. You understand? So at the end of the day, because of that terrible mentality that some people have, they will not think of the fact that I'm going to leave that place that day with money in my pocket. How many people will make in their daily jobs? Let's be honest. How many people in their daily jobs will make about 165 in 2 hours? Let's be honest. You understand? So at the end of the day, I was there to make legit money. Legit. Extra money, because it's not my main source of income. It's just the same thing with this guy. He's an actor, he's whatever he is, and he has a side hustle. You don't know how much he may make in a day. Some Okrika people make good money in one day. And even him being an actor, if I don't know how long he's been doing it, if he continues, people may decide to come to him specifically because of his celebrity status. The money he may make in one day, some of the people that are laughing at him may not make it in a month. May not. Even if they make it. At the end of the day, he's there to make legit income. He does not have a gun. He does not have he's not yahooing. He's not, what's it called now? He's not frauding. He's on the street making legit money. And people see that as funny. Our people need to change their mindset. They need to. They need to change their mindset. Because, you see, I think another mistake we make is, to a great extent, see, we do this, we make this mistake of, we just look at people and we just make up our minds as to what their levels are in society. There are some people that they may be doing one job, you look and say, which one be this one? But you don't know how much their take-home pay is. I'm telling you. You don't know how much their take-home pay is. I remember when we were growing up in Benin, and when I always say it, I was born into wealth. But things happened. I don't know what happened. I always say we were born with a silver spoon. It's changed for us. And we still lived in a big man house. A massive bungalow. Massive, with massive land. Front garden, back garden, everything. We lived in that kind of a house. Across the fence, we have neighbors that they are renting all these face me and face you rooms. Across, they are on the other street. They are not on our street. Our street is the posh side. Or was in those days, because I don't think it's the same now. Was the posh side. But they live across the fence. But we can see through their own side. Like, you know, it's half a fence and then, what's it called? I think they call it barbed wire. Half. And we used to look at it. Even when we became poor, we were still living in that our rich man house that we were living in. Right? And sometimes we will not have food at home. And I will see those face me and face you people. They'll be dishing food for their children. And I'll be looking at the food. I'll be like, hey, I was there hungry. And these poor people that their mother carry market on their head to go and sell, they were eating proper meals. Proper meals. And I'm looking, that was one of the big, that was a massive eye-opener. To them, we are the rich people because we live in this big house and whatever. They don't realize that things have changed for us. But, you know, but they had better food than, they were, like I said, the poor people that we thought their mother carried food on her head to go and sell, but they were eating food that I was looking, I'll be like, you go, they hungry me. Oh, sorry, let me speak. I'll be looking at the food, I'll be wishing I can have the food they have. So let's stop going with outward appearance. That is a big problem in Nigeria. Let's stop going, and at the same time, let's not discourage people's legit hustles. Let's not look down at it. Because if you start to go and join kidnappers tomorrow now, and come and start, we will say, why did he go into that? Why did he go into that? Society will still come and blame him. Now he's doing something legit. He's not begging for money on the street. He's not begging you to feed him or feed his family. He's there doing something legit to provide for himself and his household. And yet Nigerians, not all, but a lot of people found that funny. It's a shame. It's an absolute shame. Our mindsets really, really need to change. Anything anybody's doing legitimately, don't look down on anybody because you don't know. Because you don't know. You know? Because you don't know. Anyways, I saw that and I wanted to quickly share with you guys. As always, this is how I feel about it. And as always, whatever your opinions are, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.